Hello friends, I hope you were able to download Python. Now, before we get to some serious coding, I would like to show you what a data type is and the different kinds of data types. Data type. It is the classification or categorization of data items. They can be numeric data, non-numeric data, or Boolean data. Numeric data. It has three types. Integer data type. Positive integers, negative integers, and zero are a part of integer data types. Float. Any decimal number is a float data type. And complex data type. It is a number having imaginary parts. Those are variables. And the variable is always a small j. Example is a 2 plus 3j or 5 plus 4j. Now different types of non-numerical data type. They can be strings, keywords, built-in functions, list, tuple, sets, and a dictionary. List. A collection of different items of a different data types separated by a comma and enclosed by a square bracket. Example, names. Over here we see George, Harry, Deepak. It can contain elements from different data types. Example, 2, computer, money, 125.50, and apple. And list is mutable. That means that the user can change the elements of the list, and that's why processing time of the list is increased. While tuple, it's almost the same collection of different items of different data types separated by comma, but it's enclosed by round brackets and it is immutable. That means the user cannot change the elements of a tuple, and that's why the process is faster. Next, set. A set is a collection of different data types in Python, same as the list and tuple. It's not an ordered collection of objects. The set is a Python implementation of the set in mathematics. Dictionary. Like the list and tuple, dictionary is also a collection. It's not an ordered sequence and it contains key value pairs. Example, here capitals is given: USA, Washington DC, France, Paris, India, New Delhi. So USA is a key as it is on the left side of the column, and Washington DC is a value as it's on the right side of the column. So France key, Paris value, India key, New Delhi value. Next, Python keywords and built-ins. Keywords are certain pre-defined words in Python with a definite function. The built-in command in Python are print, int, float, complex. List of keywords can be obtained by the following code. I'll show this to you in Python. So when we open Python, a shell opens, and then go to file and open a new file, the shell, and then import keyword and print keyword dot aw list. Now to run the code, you have to save it. And I'm going to save it as Python keyword. And now run module. And you see these are all the keywords, and as also you can see that this is a list because it's been enclosed by bar brackets, and as the Python version may move higher, the newer keywords may be uploaded. So this is keywords, and then let me go back. Okay, So these are keywords. Now different types of Boolean data types. If the outcome to a code is true or false, then it is a Boolean data type. String, the text that is defined inside the code. That part of the code is called a string. Print function. Print is one of the most used built-in function in Python. Whatever is written inside the bracket will be printed inside the Python shell. I'll show it to you in Python. I'll open a new file. Now imagine I want to type hello, how are you? So I write print. It's a built-in function, I know, because of the option of configure ideally, I chose the Python built-ins to be purple in color. And then this import is a keyword because in my options, uh, the same way you can choose them, you can make certain colors for keyword, built-in, many more options. So now print. If you want to type hello, how are you? So remember to open the bracket, then quotes, hello, how are you? Question mark. Close the quotes and close the bracket. Now to save. I name it as print function and now run. See, hello, how are you? Whatever is written inside the bracket is printed. A variable. Variable is symbol which any value can be assigned. Here, A is a variable while 23 is the value assigned to A, and B is a variable and 22 is the value assigned to B. And C is a variable and has a value assigned by summing up the values of A and B. So here A, B and C are variables. Now input function. Input function can be used to input text in the shell. So that means the user who's running the program can input something in the shell. Now you want to input an integer. So you assign a variable to num1. You can use any other variables, but try not to use variables like A, B, C because you may lose track of what they are meant for. So let me show the input function to you in Python. So open a new file, close the other one. Now we want to input a number, an integer. So num1 is the variable equal to int. It is the symbol for integer when you want to input it. Then input, because for input. Then enter a number. Now close the quotes and double bracket. Now save it. Input function. Now when we run it, it says enter a number. So we can write 45 if we want to. But if I run it again and write 45.5, it won't work because that is not an integer, that's a float. So now let's see what we can do for that. Now to put a decimal number by the user, you can assign a value to DEC1. These are the values I am using. You can use any other. So DEC1 equal to, this time will be float. Input, enter a decimal number. Now you save it and now you run it. see, this is the old one. Now if I write 45.5 over here, it works. It does not show any mistake. But if you write any other kind of number, then it will show that it's a mistake. Now, to input a complex number by the user, you assign a value to variable COM1. So I'm saying it again that you can use any value for a variable, but I'm going to use COM1 equal to complex input, enter a complex number. But while entering this, there are a few cases. I'll show them to you. Now, entering a complex number. So you cannot have any space between the sign. You have to have it directly. And then if it's any other thing than j, it won't work. So if you do 2 plus 3j, it's working. But if you run it again and you write it as 2 plus 3x, it won't work because it's supposed to be 3j and Python only accepts j. Now, by what I have showed you till now, I hope you will be able to solve these tasks. In 20 seconds, I'm going to show you the solution for the first one, and you may pause the video if you would like more time. Okay, so I'm going to be solving. Calculate the sum of two numbers which are input by the user and print the results. I'm taking the first number which should be inputted as number 1, NUM1, equal to, and it's an integer, so int input, enter the first number, and you close this. Now num2 is the second number, so you can do the same thing, integer input, enter the second number. Oops, the mistake. The codes have to be same. Now the sum is supposed to be the addition of num1 and num2. So you can make a variable called sum, or actually total, equal to num1 plus num2. So you can print the answer as the sum of the numbers, you close the quote, num1, then you open the quote again, and num2 is equal to total. Okay, so this is the solution. Let's check. Save it. I'm saving this task 001. Now we run it. Let's take the first number as 23, 22. The sum of numbers 23 and 22 is equal to 45. So you must have gotten. Now I'll give you this. I'll give you the same time to solve the second one. Ask the user to input the name of his or her friend and wish his or her friend a happy birthday. Okay, so now I'm going to solve this one too. So we can take the name as a variable called name, name equal to input. Please enter the name of your friend. Then you close the bracket, and now you want to wish the friend happy birthday. You can say print happy birthday to you name. So that's the variable name. Now when we save it, I'm saving as task 002, and now we run it. Let's say the name of the friend is Fred, and then we run it. Happy birthday to you, Fred. I hope you understood whatever I showed you today. In my next video, I'll be showing you what are operators and the different kinds of operators. Till then, keep practicing what we learned today. Thank you.